Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to a Premier League guide. Today we are looking at Arsenal. Now, these team guides, what we're going to do is have a quick look at what they expect us to achieve this season, the sort of finances we've got, the team dynamics and all that sort of good stuff. And then we're going to have a look at the squad, see which areas we think might need strengthening, plus also have a quick look at the under-18s, under-23s, see if we've got any good prospects. I'm hoping so with Arsenal. So, good news is we've only got one long-term injury, which is Koscielny, but let's go straight into the board first and see what they expect us to achieve this season. So, Premier League, they expect us to qualify for the Europa... I'll take that. Have Arsenal just downgraded to qualify for the Europa League every season? I think that's great because they've got a really good squad. Okay, FA Cup semi-final. They probably don't care about the league. Europa League final. Minimum expectation is the final. Okay. That's fine, we can do that. So if we go into the quick look at the team sort of finances, how much have we got to spend to get Europa League? 68.7 million. I'll take that, lads. And we've got 500 grand on wages as well. So we've got a ton of room to manoeuvre. This looks like a very achievable first season goal. But let's have a look at the rest of it. So we've looked at the board. We've seen the injuries. Let's look at the staff. Quick look at the staff. Really good coaching setup and room for one more. Not great scouting, and we've got a lot of staff here, so I think we might need to get rid of a few staff and replace them with much better versions. And the medical team definitely needs fixing. We've got quite poor on that front. If we look at the dynamics, not great. Not great to start with, but that's fine. You can fix that up with some pre-season friendlies, new players, and when you've sort of grown into the squad a bit and all that sort of stuff. Let's have a look at the team report. So they're saying depth outside the first team, not great crossing, not great finishing, heading, shooting, penalty taking, okay, corner taking. They're only oranges. The only real sort of one we need to look at is the lack of depth, which is fine. If I just made sure. So we've got competitions. We are in the Europa League. We're going straight into the group stage. None of that early qualifying, which is nice. And the Premier League, obviously, because that's the thing. Right, let's have a look at the team, shall we? I'm interested to see this. I really enjoy these guides because it's not only helpful if you're thinking of managing them, but if you're playing in the Premier League against them, it's quite nice to know. So our best, according to our scouts, our best centre-back is Koscielny, but he's got a long-term injury, hasn't he? 7 months. So basically, write him off for this season. But we got Socrates Papadopoulos, who's a bit of a beast. Heading's a little bit lacklustre, but he's still a very, very good player. But he's 30 years old now, but we've only just signed him. Other than those two, we've got Callum Chambers out on loan, who's okay. Rob Holding, who's okay. Mustafi, he's decent. A little bit error-prone, I'd say, in real life, but not too bad in the centre-backs. I think with Koscielny out, that's maybe somewhere we could be looking. We've got Peter Cech and Bernd Leno as our goalkeepers. Obviously, Leno's the new signing, which is decent. They're pretty much on a par. He's only 26, so he's coming into his prime as a goalkeeper. So I don't think there's any drastic need. He likes playing as a sweeper keeper, which is nice. And we got Peter Cech, who is fine. He's not... I don't know if you can get a big chunk of money for him if you want to cash in. Maybe cash in and get just a younger goalkeeper as the sort of second choice. Or you might want to stick with Peter Cech for the experience and the big bubble wrap head thing that he's got going on. In sort of fullback position, we've got Hector Bellerin, who's obviously absolutely rapid. Still a very good player. Still got some potential left in him, so he is going to improve. We've got Lichtensteiner, who's our new guy. He's another oldie, and he's 34. Yeah, he'll do for a season. He's got amazing mentals, so that's nice. But what's his contract like? If he's got like a 5-year deal, that's good. Okay. He's only got a year deal, so that's kind of perfect. He's going to be great for a year. We've got Monreal, who's, but he can fill in at centre back as well. He's actually not a bad centre back. And he's 32 again. So there is definitely some rebuilding that needs to be done. We've got some old players that I'm not massive fans of. Kolasinac, is that how you pronounce it? We'll go with it. Is our left back, who's decent. Not the best going forward. 11 crossing, 10 passing. Technique's only 11. He does like to get forward and stuff, and yeah, he's all right. Actually, if we look at him as a centre-back, he's not a bad centre-back again. So we've got some cover if we have horrific injuries. You need to do a bit more work on the positioning, that's a word, and stuff like that. We've got Maitland-Niles, who's still there. He's still got really good potential. He plays everywhere, but he's more of a central midfielder, good young English player. We've got Lucas Torreira, who's another good young player. So we've got a decent depth. None of these are set in the world. Like Guendouzi, I don't know much about, but he's done good things at Arsenal. He looks okay as a sort of more defensive midfielder. He's got 12 marking, 13 tackling. He's a decent all-rounder, but he's 19. But my my assistant only thinks 4-star potential. We've got Granit Xhaka, who's a solid player, if unspectacular. Not a fan of him in real life. Aaron Ramsey, who's going on a free at the end of the season. So I definitely look to be keeping him. So I think a new contract is on the cards for Aaron Ramsey. He's just coming into his prime. We got the FM wonder kid that is Reece Nelson. He's on loan at Hoffenheim this season, but he's going to be very, very good. So we're definitely going to be keeping hold of him. We've got Mkhitaryan, another sort of decent, well-rounded player. Lots of number 10 players. You've got Iwobi, who's impressed me quite a lot, who's decent on both sides. He's got a decent finish as well as an inside forward. He can play as a winger as well. That's quite nice, quite versatile for Alex Iwobi. Then we got Emile Smith-Rowe, not got a foggiest to be honest, but he's got 5-star potential and he's only 17. I might look to give this guy some League Cup games or something, or at least a loan out, because I think this guy should be getting football. Determination is a little bit on the low side. We might need some mentoring there just to improve that. We've got Mesut Ozil, much talked about, frog-faced genius that is, what's his work rate? 11. Optimistic. I actually think he's all right. Ideally, another number 10 player, but he can play as an advanced playmaker on the wide. He's got 13 pace, 14 acceleration, which is obviously really important as a winger to get past people. He's got amazing passing, good dribbling. So he lacks a tiny bit of pace as a winger, as something like an inside forward. His finishing isn't the best. But other than that, he's pretty good. His long shots is okay. Yeah, so really, ideally, another number 10, which is not ideal. Then we've got Lacazette, obviously out-and-out striker for me. Plays best in his advanced forward, which I'd probably, look at his stats, agree with. Although he's only 5'9", he's got 10 jumping reach and 13 heading, so it's not too bad for a little fella. Then we've got Danny McWelbeck. He's not bad. I think it's the sort of player you could cash in on if you were looking to sign some big names or something. And then we got Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who's he's pretty quick. This guy is going to be amazing. I'm not going to sort of build a tactic for them. I'm just going to sort of roughly sort of see where we're going. And I would love to see, and much like real life, I'd love to see Lacazette and Aubameyang in the same team. So I'm looking at 2 up top. I think strengthening-wise, and we've got a lot of money to do. We've got 68 million, and that's not even including sales and stuff, is that I think centre-back is probably... We've got Socrates, who's going to be good for a season. But then are we looking... Obviously, Koscielny's out this season, so we're looking at... Mustafi is our next best, although he is going to improve. He says he's going to improve 3.5 star, but he is 26, so I don't see him improving much. Rob Holding's at half decent backup. I don't think he's going to get too pissed off if he's not getting every game. Fullback, left back, I guess I'd probably go quite big on a left back. I'm a fan of Monreal. Kolasinac is okay, he's decent, but I think you could maybe cash in on him. Obviously picked him up on a free last year, so maybe cash in on him and get a world-class Alexandra, or a real big left-back if you can, depending on, obviously, how you want to play. I think the team lacks proper wingers. I think this is more of a inside-y forward type play or type system that they might want to use. They've got plenty of players that can play there, but not in an ideal position. So I'm not going to build a tactic. That one, just yeah. Can I not just go to a tactic? Okay, it's not letting me. Something like, oh God, the tactic thing's confusing my brain. I'm not going to... why can't I just pick a shape? Am I having a brain fart? Yes, I was having a brain fart. So I'd probably... Let's just use this. I'd probably go... I really want to play 2 up top. I'd force... Ideally, it's probably suited... The players we've got is suited more to this shape than not. But with Lacazette and Aubameyang, I think they're far too good to not be stuck in the same team. So you could go very attacking sort of version like this. Maybe pull these back a little bit, or a more sort of defensive-sided. You could go for a narrow diamond, because we've got plenty of number 10s. You can maybe play one of these as a Mazzella. You can get these pumping forward and have this guy really hold back. I think that, because Bellerin's good on that side as well. Yeah, if I'd pick that. Not those roles. I'm just talking about the natural shape. Because I think Bellerin on that side, a new wing back on the other side, like charging forward, I think would be pretty decent. We've got decent, okay DMs in Xhaka and stuff. You might need one more central midfielder if you're going to play that group of 3, especially somebody that's like a natural sort of wide player that can sort of play inside there. There's a couple of other players that I'd look to get, like, moving on. Mkhitaryan I like, but I'm not sure if you needed the cash, I think you could go and get it. We've got plenty of DMs and stuff, but what I'd like to also do in these sort of guides is, this is just my outlook at Arsenal, but what I'd really like is people that have managed Arsenal, or you're a fan of Arsenal in real life, or you've just had a really good look, just to give us your tips. Who have you signed? What did you do? What formation worked for you? Really get involved in the comments, because then after what people watch the guide, they can just jump in the comments, get involved in that, see what other tips other people... So if you've got any tips on Arsenal, put them in the comments below. Before we finish up, I just want to check our youth teams to see if we've got any fruity little gems. Mavropanos seems to be... We've got a couple here. Mavropanos, a 20-year-old Greek player. Not bad. He's 20 now, so he needs to be getting game time. So either give him some game time, maybe in easy Premier League matches or League Cup, or get him out on loan. He shouldn't really be sitting in the under-23s at this point. And we've got Eddie Nikita. I'll go with that as a pronunciation. Not bad. The scouts he's only 19. The scouts rate him at 2.5 stars, 4-star potential ability, but he looks pretty decent. Again, I think maybe a loan move or some game time needs to be sorted for him. Let's have a look at our under-18s. Obviously, we've got Reece Nelson in the first team and a couple of others, but nobody really stand out. Personal preference, I'd probably get rid of just like from there down. I hate having big, massive teams. Is there anybody we can sort of cash in on that we don't think is going to get in the team, the values-wise? There's a few players, but there's not a great deal of stuff that we can pass off. This is a bit of an FM legend as well. He's pretty decent. But there we go. There is my Arsenal guide. It's just a quick overview to get you going on the game. Overall, I'd say this is quite an easy challenge. I think it's pretty... With the team you've got, Europa League is easily doable. Plus the fact you've got £68 million and £500,000 a week on wages. I think this is, for a first season challenge, it's pretty easy. I'm going to say pretty easy. Right, there we go, my friends. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe, as well as doing guides and stuff. I'm going to be doing a ton of Let's Plays, and I've got some great ideas for series that are coming up. So make sure you stay tuned to the channel. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.